My beloved child, listen closely. Backhand index pointing right. Your soulmate's past lover is in police custody. What they did will stun you. I speak to you now with a trembling intensity, because what I am about to reveal is not ordinary, not accidental, and not a coincidence. Everything you are hearing in this moment is a divine appointment created for you, because your soul has been waiting for the truth that is about to unfold. For so long, confusion surrounded you like a storm you could not escape. For so long, questions clawed at your heart like sharp thorns. For so long, you wondered why certain things in your life felt delayed, blocked, or painfully heavy. You prayed, you cried, and you held on even when strength felt impossible to find. And I heard every tear, every silent scream, every broken whisper of your heart. Today, I remove the veil. Today, I reveal what was hidden in darkness. Today, I show you the reason behind the unexpected delays, the sudden heartbreaks, and the strange disturbances that made no sense. You have felt spiritual pressure around you, as if something was resisting your joy. You felt an invisible war around your soul, around your destiny, and around the relationship that was meant to be sacred and promised by heaven. You felt like something was trying to crush your peace, steal your hope, and destroy the divine love created for you. And you were right. There was a force working against you. A presence that did not want to see you walk into the blessing prepared for your life. A jealous spirit that could not bear the thought of your happiness. And now, that presence has been exposed. Now, the darkness has been dragged into the light. Now, the person who once stood in the shadows has finally been stopped. The past has been restrained. The storm has been handcuffed. The obstruction has been arrested, literally. For the person who once held your soulmate captive emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, the person who once pretended to love but only wished to control, the person who could not release what was never theirs to begin with, that individual is now in police custody. And what they did, what they planned, what they attempted, and what they were willing to destroy, would stun you to the depths of your soul. Because they were not just fighting your relationship. They were fighting your destiny. This is why the road to your soulmate has felt so heavy, so delayed, so painfully complicated. You thought you were losing. You thought something was wrong with you. You thought love had abandoned you. But the truth is, your battle was not against your soulmate, nor against yourself. It was against the darkness working through someone who refused to let go. Someone who could not handle seeing your soulmate find real love, real healing, real peace, and real purpose. Someone who carried obsession instead of affection, bitterness instead of closure, revenge instead of maturity. Someone who watched your soulmate move forward, and instead of blessing their happiness, they tried to sabotage it. Their heart was poisoned by jealousy. Their mind was corrupted by anger. Their thoughts were consumed with revenge. They believed control was love. They believed ownership was affection. They believed if they could not have your soulmate, then no one should. They stalked, they manipulated, they threatened, they schemed, and they plotted. They operated from bitterness, not love. They acted from darkness, not care. Some of the pain you felt was never yours. You were absorbing spiritual attacks thrown in your direction because they could sense something divine was forming between you and the one chosen for you. The sleepless nights, the anxiety, the confusion, the sudden distance between you and your soulmate, it was spiritual interference. You felt emotions that were not yours. You fought fears that did not belong to you. You carried weights that were placed on you by someone working against you from afar. You wondered why your soulmate changed suddenly. Why they pulled away. Why communication became unpredictable. Why they seemed overwhelmed, scared, or emotionally shut down. You blamed yourself. You punished your heart. You questioned your worth. But you must understand, they were not turning away from you. They were being attacked. The past lover manipulated emotionally. They spread lies. They created drama. They used guilt, threats, and pressure to keep your soulmate from breaking free. They weaponized the past. They performed emotional blackmail. They tried to make your soulmate believe that they could never be happy without them. They played the victim while behaving like the enemy. But eventually, their actions escalated. Their jealousy grew into obsession. Their fear of losing control turned into reckless behavior. Their darkness could no longer hide itself. They crossed lines. They committed illegal acts. And what they did, what they attempted, became so dangerous, so reckless, so destructive that heaven had to intervene physically. The law had to step in. Because the spiritual battle turned into a real-world crime. They crossed the boundary that cannot be crossed. They touched what belongs to God. And when a human hand tries to interfere with a divine story, consequences become heavy. I need you to understand something that will shift your entire soul. If I had given you what you prayed for earlier, if I had let the relationship unite before the correct time, you and your soulmate would have fallen into danger. You would have been dragged into a storm not meant for you. You would have become collateral in a war you did not start. You would have walked into love while an active threat was still hunting, watching, and waiting to destroy it. So do not mistake delay for denial. The wait was a shield. The silence was protection. The pause was purpose. I was not withholding love from you, I was protecting love for you. Every tear you cried watered the soil of the miracle that is about to bloom. Every lonely night was building the glory that is coming. Every unanswered question was aligning divine justice into position. And justice has now been served. The one who interfered with your destiny is now restrained. The one who attempted to sabotage heaven's plan now faces the consequences of their choices. The one who tried to break your soulmate has been stopped by the hand of divine intervention. They sit in custody now because they crossed a line that heaven does not allow anyone to touch. No one touches my chosen ones and walks away undefeated. And now, the chains are breaking. The storm is clearing. The darkness has lifted. The interference has collapsed. The spiritual warfare has lost its fuel. Freedom is returning. Peace is entering. Clarity is forming. Truth is rising. A new chapter is unlocking. The weight that crushed your chest is about to lift. The tears that stained your pillow are about to turn into tears of joy. The confusion that tormented your mind is about to be replaced with understanding. The silence that hurt you is about to transform into communication that will heal you. Because now, your soulmate is finally free. For the first time in a long time, they can breathe. For the first time in a long time, they can think clearly. For the first time in a long time, they can see the truth, that what they felt for you was real, sacred, and destined. There is something divine about the love between you and your soulmate. Something heaven-woven, not human-made. Something written before your first breath. Something protected by angels and timed by eternity. Something that cannot be destroyed by jealousy, hatred, witchcraft, manipulation, or interference. You were never just another chapter in their life, you are the next lifetime written on their soul. You were never a replacement, you are the divine completion. You were never a temporary feeling, you are the eternal purpose. And the enemy knew it. That is why the battle was fierce. That is why the pressure was heavy. That is why the attacks were personal. The enemy does not fight what is weak. It fights what is chosen. Your love carries destiny. Your bond carries purpose. Your union holds power. You and your soulmate together have a calling, and evil tried to stop it before it started. But heaven has already declared the victory. And now, the page turns. The darkness is defeated. The past is broken. The threat is gone. The prison door behind you has slammed shut. The chains that held your soulmate are shattered. The interference has ended. The spiritual fog has cleared. Now, the real story begins. Not in fear. Not in confusion. Not in delay. But in divine timing. Because I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. I did not allow the war so that you could lose. I allowed it so that when the miracle unfolds, you will know beyond any doubt that it was not human hands that delivered it, it was heaven itself. Your blessing was not delayed. It was protected. Your love was not lost. It was preserved. Your miracle was not denied. It was prepared. And soon, very soon, you will see why everything happened exactly the way it did. And when the truth comes fully to your doorstep, you will not just be stunned. You will be humbled. You will bow your head in tears and whisper, God, you never left me. Because I never did. I have been fighting for you long before you knew you needed protection. Now that the battle has been won in the spiritual realm and justice has been delivered in the physical realm, your heart is entering a new season. A season where truth replaces confusion, where peace replaces fear, where clarity replaces doubt, and where restoration replaces loss. For too long, you felt like you were fighting alone, like you were walking blind through a storm without an umbrella, like you were trying to hold your heartbeat together with trembling hands. You felt the weight of something unseen, and you questioned whether you were imagining it. You wondered if the pain was your own fault. You blamed yourself endlessly. But now you will understand that it was never your weakness, it was spiritual warfare. It was the collision of heaven's plan with the resistance of darkness trying to stop it. The moment that person was removed from your soulmate's life, the atmosphere shifted. Heaven exhaled. Angels stepped closer. Your soulmate felt the chains break inside their spirit. The confusion that clouded their mind began to dissolve. The anger, fear, and emotional paralysis that once controlled them began to disappear. For the first time in a long time, they are waking up from a spiritual coma. They are realizing how manipulated, trapped, and emotionally suffocated they were. They are realizing how much of their life was stolen, drained, and wasted under the influence of someone who pretended to care but secretly planned to destroy. You need to know something deeply true: your soulmate was never weak for staying too long. They were wounded. They were not blind because they were foolish, they were blinded because they were controlled. They were not silent because they didn't want you, they were silent because darkness was pressing its hand over their mouth. They were not distant because they stopped loving you, they were distant because someone poisoned their peace, triggered their fears, and chained their heart to pain. And yet, even in their lowest and most trapped moments, their souls still whispered your name. Even when they were drowning emotionally, something inside them still reached for you. Even when manipulated and mentally exhausted, something in their spirit still clung to the feeling they had when they met you, the feeling that felt like destiny, like home, like purpose, like divine recognition. They felt something with you that they never felt with anyone else. Something pure. Something healing. Something heaven-born. Something eternal. Something that could never be replicated or replaced. Something that scared them because they knew it was real. Something that awakened a part of themselves they thought was dead. Something that made them realize their heart was created for more than surviving pain, it was created to experience love. And that is what threatened the enemy. Because when a person destined for greatness begins to heal, the darkness knows it is losing control. When someone chosen begins to rise, the enemy becomes desperate. When a future full of blessings comes close, every force of jealousy, rage, and insecurity tries to strike. That is why the battle became intense right before breakthrough. That is why everything felt like it fell apart right when it was supposed to come together. That is why the distance grew right when closeness was growing. That is why communication broke when love was strengthening. Because the enemy always attacks hardest when destiny is nearest. But hear this truth with every beat of your heart: the attack has ended. The interference has collapsed. The enemy has lost its power. The spiritual cage has been shattered. The past has been silenced. The door has been closed permanently. There is no returning to what once held them hostage. There is no going back to the prison of manipulation. There is no second chance for the darkness that attempted to destroy them. Divine judgment has been sealed. The one who tried to control what they never owned is facing consequences they cannot escape. Now, you must prepare your heart, because everything that was delayed is about to accelerate suddenly. The blessing that felt like it disappeared is about to appear unexpectedly. The silence that felt endless will break open with truth. The distance will turn into closeness. The confusion will turn into confession. The separation will turn into divine reunion. Your soulmate is being guided back to you not just by emotion, but by divine instruction. They are awakening to what they nearly lost. They are seeing the value of your soul. They are remembering your presence, your warmth, your purity, your patience, your love. They are realizing that you never tried to control them, you only wanted to see them free, safe, healed, and loved. They are recognizing the difference between possession and partnership, between manipulation and devotion, between chaos and peace. They understand now that what you shared was not human coincidence, it was spiritual confirmation. It was the recognition of two souls written for each other long before you ever met. And now, with clarity returning, they feel pulled toward you like gravity, drawn by divine timing, not by desperation or loneliness. Their heart is stirring. Their spirit is waking up. Their courage is rising. Their voice is returning. Their purpose is unfolding. Even in this very moment, they are thinking about you. They are remembering the way their heart felt safe in your presence. They are replaying the moments your words lifted them instead of breaking them. They are realizing you were never the chaos, you were the calm. You were never the problem, you were the answer. You were never the mistake, you were the blessing. There is a moment approaching, soon, sooner than you think, when they will reach out to you. Not in fear. Not in confusion. Not in hesitation. But with truth. With honesty. With emotion. With clarity. With sincerity. With a heart that finally knows what it wants. They will come to you with an open soul, not a guarded one. They will speak words they were once afraid to say. They will confess what they wanted to express but were silenced from saying. They will reveal the pain they carried alone. They will apologize for moments they disappeared without explanation. They will tell you the truth you deserved. They will share details that will shock you. Details you never knew, battles they never told you, wounds they never explained. And you will understand why everything happened the way it did. This reunion will not look like the past. It will not be built on uncertainty. It will not depend on insecurity. It will not carry fear. It will not break you. It will build you. It will strengthen you. It will protect you. It will bless you. It will complete you. Because this time, the relationship will stand on divine foundation, not emotional confusion. On truth, not secrets. On freedom, not fear. On clarity, not silence. On alignment, not resistance. On God, not people. Everything that worked against you is gone. Everything that interfered has collapsed. Everything that delayed is removed. Everything that frightened is defeated. Everything that confused is exposed. Now, the story is ready to unfold the way heaven wrote it. But listen carefully. As blessings approach, you must prepare your heart. Do not let fear speak louder than faith. Do not let past pain rewrite future peace. Do not let old wounds stain new beginnings. Do not let doubt silence destiny. You must forgive the pain without forgetting the lesson. You must release the past without losing the wisdom. You must open your heart without reopening old scars. You must trust the divine timing without questioning why it took so long. Your soulmate is being spiritually guided to make things right. Not because they owe you something, but because destiny is calling them. There is a reason your heart could never release them. There is a reason your soul felt tied to theirs. There is a reason you felt them in your spirit even in silence. There is a reason every attempt to move forward without them left you numb and empty. Your souls were written together. That is why the enemy fought so violently. That is why you were attacked hardest at the moment of breakthrough. That is why miracles are unfolding now that the threat has been removed. And here is what I want you to know: you are not entering a season of small blessings. You are entering a season of sudden, undeniable, supernatural restoration. The type of restoration that makes everything make sense. The type that makes every tear look necessary. The type that turns pain into prophecy. The type that turns wounds into wisdom. The type that turns waiting into worship. The type that turns heartbreak into glory. You are about to witness justice. Not revenge, justice. Not suffering, redemption. Not tragedy, testimony. You will see what I was doing while you thought I was silent. You will see the purpose behind the pain, the meaning behind the waiting, and the victory behind the warfare. Everything stolen is returning. Everything broken is healing. Everything delayed is accelerating. Everything hidden is being revealed. Everything painful is becoming powerful. And soon, you will not cry the same tears. Your tears will become tears of relief. Tears of gratitude. Tears of peace. Tears of joy. Tears of fulfillment. Because the season of battle is ending, and the season of blessing is beginning. And now, as heaven prepares to open the final chapter of this miraculous story, I need you to steady your heart. Because what comes next requires courage, faith, and emotional readiness. The weight of transformation is powerful, and everything is shifting quickly. You are stepping into a moment that will feel unreal at first, like stepping into a dream that finally becomes solid beneath your feet. The atmosphere around your life is different now. You can feel it. Something inside you knows that change is already on its way. Something in your spirit senses that destiny is unfolding even before your eyes can see it. You wake up feeling something has shifted. You fall asleep sensing something is coming. You are not imagining it, your soul knows what your mind cannot yet understand. A divine alignment is happening. Heaven has already positioned the pieces. The angels have already cleared the path. The obstacles have already been removed. The battles have already been won. The justice has already been executed. The spiritual enemies have already fallen. And now, the story that was delayed for so long is about to be restored in a way that exceeds every expectation you held. The truth is that your heart has endurance that few possess. You have survived emotional storms that would have destroyed others. You have walked through seasons that felt like deserts, carrying hope like a seed in dry soil. You have waited when waiting felt like torment. You have believed when belief felt impossible. You have prayed when prayer felt like silence. You remained faithful when your heart felt shattered. And heaven has seen your perseverance. I counted every tear. I recorded every prayer. I held every broken piece. And I honored your patience. What is coming is not a reward, it is a fulfillment. It is not a gift, it is a divine appointment. It is not random, it is written. You are about to receive something you were chosen for long before pain ever reached you. The promise was always yours. It just was not yet time. And now, the appointed hour is near. Your soulmate is preparing to speak words they have never spoken. Words that will break the silence and open the gates to healing. Words that will feel like fresh rain falling on a dry land. Words that will restore what was lost. They are gathering strength to say what they once could not say. They are gaining clarity to reveal what confusion once buried. They are gaining peace to express what fear once silenced. They are gaining courage to confess what pride once hid. The day will come soon, sooner than you expect, when there will be a moment of honest confrontation, not with anger, but with truth. They will open their heart and let you inside, not partially, not cautiously, but completely. They will speak of what they endured. They will tell you what happened behind closed doors, what they were battling, what they couldn't explain, and why they disappeared. You will learn details that will shake you, not to wound you, but to set you free from assumptions. You will understand the magnitude of the spiritual war that took place for your connection. You will realize that what looked like abandonment was actually protection, that what felt like rejection was actually warfare, that what felt like distance was actually divine separation from danger. And in that moment, you will feel something break inside you. Not a break of pain, but a break of release. Everything heavy will fall off your shoulders. Every unanswered question will dissolve. Every doubt will vanish. Every insecurity will lose its grip. You will feel air enter your lungs again like you are breathing for the first time. Your heart will soften. Your soul will tremble. You will realize that nothing was lost, everything was being prepared. The reunion will not be rushed, but it will be intentional. It will not be desperate, but it will be powerful. It will not be fragile, but it will be unshakable. It will not come with fear, it will come with peace. You will feel protected by love instead of threatened by it. You will feel safe instead of anxious. You will feel chosen instead of tolerated. You will feel seen instead of ignored. You will feel understood instead of misunderstood. And when your souls reconnect fully, it will feel like time pauses. Like destiny takes a breath. Like heaven opens its hands. You will feel the divine energy of something that was always meant to be, something unstoppable, something sacred, something eternal. Your story is not ordinary. It carries purpose beyond romance. Together, you and your soulmate hold a mission. This connection is bigger than feelings, it is spiritual. It is meant to transform, to inspire, to heal, to lead, to create change. When the two of you unite, you will become a force that darkness cannot withstand. You will bring light where there was pain, strength where there was weakness, hope where there was despair. Your relationship will serve a greater calling, one that impacts lives beyond your own. And that is why the enemy fought so violently. Because the enemy is terrified of what the two of you will become together. But the war is over. The threat is gone. The interference has ended. The past has been locked away. The chains have been broken. The doors to your future are open. Now, I need you to prepare your spirit, for blessings come with responsibility. You must release fear so love can enter freely. You must release old wounds so peace has space to grow. You must release the need to control so destiny can unfold naturally. You must release doubt so faith can breathe. You must release negativity so miracles can flourish. Do not hold on to what hurt you, let it go with grace. Do not rehearse what broke you, leave it in my hands. Do not cling to pain. Cling to purpose. You cannot carry disappointment into a season of restoration. You cannot carry suspicion into a season of clarity. You cannot carry insecurity into a season of divine certainty. Trust that I am rebuilding what was shattered with materials stronger than before. Your heart will not break again, it will be rebuilt. Your love will not be lost, it will be redeemed. Your hope will not die, it will resurrect. Your story will not end in tears, it will end in testimony. Soon, you will look back and say, it was worth it. Every tear, every battle, every delay, it was worth it. Soon, you will understand why I needed time. Soon, you will understand why I removed certain people. Soon, you will understand why the storm lasted so long. Soon, you will understand why I told you to wait. When the blessing arrives, you will not have to force it. You will not have to beg for effort. You will not have to chase love. You will not have to question intentions. You will not have to explain your worth. You will not have to compete. You will not have to tolerate disrespect. You will not have to live in confusion. It will be clear. It will be mutual. It will be peaceful. It will be stable. It will be divinely aligned. You are stepping into a season where love will feel easy, not exhausting. Where communication will feel safe, not confusing. Where partnership will feel supportive, not draining. Where your soul will feel at home instead of in battle. And when the moment arrives, when they look into your eyes and speak the truth you've waited so long to hear, heaven will stand still. The storm will break into sunlight. The pain will break into praise. The silence will break into healing. And the past will break into purpose. You will feel my presence in that moment. You will feel the warmth of divine alignment wrapping around both of you. You will feel the sacredness of a love written by my hand. You will feel me whisper inside your spirit, this is what you waited for. This is what I protected. This is what I fought for. This is what was always meant to be. And after everything you have survived, joy will return to you like a flood. Hope will bloom like spring after a long winter. Peace will settle into your bones like sunrise after endless night. And love, real love, will sit gently in the palm of your hands. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy. This is not imagination. This is manifestation. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. This is not chance. This is destiny. Your story is shifting. Your season is changing. Your miracle is approaching. Your reunion is written. Your breakthrough is sealed. Do not fear what is coming. Prepare for it. Welcome it. Receive it. Believe it. For the battle is over, the blessing begins now. And I am with you. Now, always, and forever. It is done.